What up, y'all? This is Vegas of Hip Hop Now podcast. Shout out to you, the supporters of my Patreon at patreon.com/hiphopnow. Just wanted to give you a 2021 update. First and foremost, Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? And wishing everybody a safe and prosperous and lit, if you young, New Year. But I wanted to talk about the show going forward and my thoughts. Obviously, last year was the first time I decided to do things to kind of monetize the podcast in order to support the podcast. Patreon being one, merchandise being another, which is something it's cool, but you know, it wasn't anything I initially set out to do. Obviously, doing these things after like 200 or 300 episodes, most people would have started a long time ago, years ago. But obviously the show is going to continue on, and I'm going to give this year at least one more shot, right? Because I feel like I gained some ground as far as support goes when it comes to listenership and financial support for the show. Still not enough to really do what I want with the show, to really make it something you guys could be proud of visually, because on the audio side, sure, I can do a lot of things, but one thing I wanted to know from you guys is, what do you want to hear? Like, some people will say that they love the podcast as is, just keep doing what you're doing, I love what you're doing, but I'm an Aries. It don't work like that with me, right? Things get stale after a while, to me, even though it may not to others. And I feel like it could be this, but it could be better. So I would like to know from you, whether that's topic-wise. Do you want me to start doing interviews? I've had ideas in the past of spotlighting independent artists within the show, right? Basically, you know, giving an announcement. Should I monetize that? You know, so that could be another way to get people on. And obviously, when I say monetize, I'm not saying hit independent rappers in the head by charging $300-400 for them to have a spot within my show. Something really light where almost anybody could pay, but then you get a good variety. Now, obviously, I ain't gonna let no trash be in the middle of my show, so I would definitely screen certain people and pick and choose, and it's not a favoritism thing. It just would be a thing where I think this type of artist works for my audience, right? That's the way you tell someone you can't do it, right? Because it's real, right? I can't sit there and play a bunch of trap joints unless it sounds that good, or lead you to music you wouldn't like. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that. So it's all about what fits the audience. Obviously, there's a bonus episode on the way. I'm kind of trying to decide on what I should talk about that'll be compelling and interesting to you. Obviously, it's a timed exclusive for you guys. And there's some episodes that are still exclusive to you that other people haven't heard. So we'll see what happens in 2021. I'm hoping to eventually, at least by the springtime, summertime, to get this video version popping off. There's a certain way I want to do it, but I might have to do it in a way that's not as glorious visually, just to get it off the ground and get the ideas circling in my head. So, if you will, in the comment section, whatever you can think of, even if you just want to ask a hip-hop question, anything you can give me creatively as a producer of this podcast that you think would be a great idea, whether I use that idea or I mold it into another idea, leave it in the comment section of this video and I'll check it out, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.